there, welcome to VIT-AP's 100 Days of Coding Challenge. So marking the end of phase 1 of this coding challenge, so it's time to reveal the solutions for the mystery phase 1 contest. So let's see the question and solution to it. So the question is the laughing loop. So Bob loves to laugh and he has come up with a way to generate a funny sequence. He starts with a number 1 and performs the following operations in loop. If the current number is even, he divides it by 2. If the current number is odd, he multiplies by 3 and adds 1. Bob wonders if every sequence he generates will eventually reach the number 1. So write a Java program to help him check this. So input format is a single positive integer n, and the constraint is that the number must be between 1 and 10 power 6. So the output format, if the sequence reaches 1, we need to output that, haha Bob, you made it to 1. Else we need to print, oh no Bob, keep trying. So the sample input is given, so as it is already 1, so we can print, haha Bob, you made it to 1. So what is given in the question? So we have to take an input of a number n, and then we need to check if that number is even. So how do we do that? So we will write a conditional statement. So if n modulo 2 is equal to 0. So if this is true, then what operation should we perform? So we need to perform. So n must be updated with n by 2. So we need to divide the number by 2. So what is the else case? When the number is odd, then we need to update the n by multiplying it with 3 and adding it with 1. So this is what we need to perform. So it is written. So till when must be this performed? Until n reaches 1. So until then we need to perform these operations. And whenever he reaches 1, we need to print this statement. Haha Bob, you made it to 1. So now let's write this in the code. So I have already created the Java file. So what we need to do here is so first we need to take the input. So let me create a scanner object. Scanner ob equals new scanner. So the object name can be anything. System.n. So now I'll create a number n and I'll use this object to create that integer. So now we can give the user input. So now I'll pass this number n through this through the function we want. So I'll write the function name as check sequence of n. And now, so I will write the function. So static. So the output is a string. So I'll write it as a string and check sequence of integer n. So what is the first step? So until when we need to check it? So while n is not equal to 1. So until n is not equal to 1, we need to keep on performing. If n modulo 2 is equal to 0, n equals n by 2. So that is the first condition. Else, so that means the number is odd, then we need to multiply the n with 3 and add 1. So when will this loop break? Whenever the n reaches 1, then the loop will break. And what we need to return? Haha, Bob, you made it to 1. That's it. So whenever the number n becomes 1, we need to print this statement. So we will return that. Until then, we have to print Bob. So oh no Bob, you must keep trying. So let's write the print statement here. Oh no Bob, keep trying. That's it. So we can also check the number which is there. So I'm writing here the number also at each iteration. So now let's run this file and check. So I'll first compile the file, the laughable loop.java. Now run it. So first we need to give the number. So let me give it as 4. So you can see the 4 is not equal to 1. So Bob needs to keep trying. So he divided the number 4 with 2 because this is an even number. So we got 2. But still it is not equal to 1. So we told, oh no Bob, keep trying. So he kept on trying, and 2 by 2 is 1. So he had got 1 at finally. So we had printed, haha Bob, you made it to 1. So that's it. So let's try with another number. So this time let me give 10. So you can see how the numbers changed. So 10 by 2. So 10 is not equal to 1. So we told him to try again. So he got 5, and then again 16. Then 8, 4, 2, 1. So this is very interesting question. So here we don't need to print this number all the time. I have done it for the understanding sake. So we can comment this out. So we will be just knowing. So the Bob will know if the number is not 1, and this statement will be printed. Else when it reaches 1, then this will be printed. So that's it. This sequence is famously called the Collat's conjecture in the mathematics, which is a problem which no one was ever able to solve to find a number which would not eventually lead to 1. So that's an interesting fact. So this was an interesting question of how Bob waited for 1. So that's it for this video. Do follow the 100 Days of Coding Challenge by VCode. So stay tuned until the phase 2. Thank you for watching.